finalni gol drugog dana Zagreb Grand-Prix 2019.
Welcome to Zagreb and day 2 of competition at this year's Zagreb Grand-Prix. Zagreb, Croatia's capital, is distinguished by its 18th and 19th century Austro-Hungarian architecture. At its centre is the site of the Gothic twin-spired Zagreb Cathedral and 13th century St. Mark's Church. But for those of us not out sightseeing, we're about to get underway with all the medal matches in this, the latest leg of the IJF Judo World Tour. And we're going to begin this final block with the first of the bronze medal contests in the under 63 kilo category. This features Cho Mok-hee of the Republic of Korea. She'll be up against Jules Fransen of the Netherlands. It will be Cho in the white judogi and Fransen in blue. The referee in the middle for this one is Turbat Ensetsig of Mongolia. And with commentary on this and all this afternoon's medal matches, it's a very warm welcome to former world champion Loretta Cusack-Doyle. Good afternoon, Loretta.
Thank you very much, Sheldon, for that introduction. And yes, it's going to be a very good afternoon. Pretty warm, but not as warm as it will be as we get on our way for this final block on the second day here. And as you can see, Choi there just coming into our pitch at 25 years of age, was the gold medalist in the Montreal Grand Prix. So she'll be wanting to at least get on that podium this time. But then Fransen, 29 years of age, world bronze medalist and Masters bronze medalist in Baku this year, was a bronze medalist on top of that. So she is very familiar, being on the top positioning, and has had a great performance here today. The advantage that Fransen has is the height, and she definitely uses it as far as a judo ability is concerned. Those long legs do get in from quite a distance and causes so many problems. There you go, stepping across for that Taitoshi, and a good start and a positive opening there for Fransen.
Cho lost her quarter-final contest to Sanne Vermeer of the Netherlands, and in that contest it just showed signs of tiring.
Yes,
a little bit. I'm not sure whether it was, you know, physical, like from the match itself, or she's got some kind of ailment. You know, it didn't look like the judo type tiring over the period of the contest. Something else was troubling her, but the coach kept saying, you know, continue, and so she did. Anyway, here she is, having lost that one contest, as I say, in the quarterfinal with Sanne Vermeer. She then came back in the repechage contest to take her place in this bronze medal match. Fransen lost out to Nabakura Anami in the semi-final. That's why she's found herself here.
Well, she seems to be sort of topping for the first attack each time. I think what's been quite obvious with a lot of the top athletes here today, they're looking quite tired, a little bit flat, and it's been a long year, and we're only into the 7th month, coming into the 8th month of the year. But there has been some real challenges for a lot of these athletes, and they've been competing week in, week out. It's literally like 2 a month in some cases, and there's some of these athletes that have been in most of those events throughout the year.
It's off camera. I mean, you can't see because
that's right.
Cho is not 100%.
No, there's something not right there, is there?
You know, we were showing the crowd because we don't want to show an athlete in distress, and this girl is not 100%.
No Uchigari. Francine now follows through into the Niwaza. Looking to tie up, as you see the wrap around the waist as she clambers over the back of her opponent and trying to lever her opponent right over to the opposite side. Cho defending as well as she possibly can. Part of me feels that there's a possible rib or something like injury. She was looking towards the waist, and I'm wondering if it's a waist injury of some sort.
She's moving. She's just not moving quickly back to the start point.
Yes, she's been very cautious, isn't she?
I think it could be her back. She just bent over there a little bit.
Yeah.
Didn't hold the back, but stood up kind of slowly, you know. So maybe it's something in the back.
It's possible a muscle strain of some sort, and it's just twinging now and again. But when you look at the actions there,
with that last attack,
it can't be too serious.
Yeah, exactly. Something is troubling her, though. She's picked up 2 penalties anyway. The last one was for passivity. Strange, very strange, because she had that in the last couple of contests now. Anyway, it's not troubling Jules Fransen of the Netherlands.
No. But still to put a score on the board yet, although she's been very, very busy out there. Just hasn't been spot on with the actual finishing of a technique. Makakomi, again, she dives too quick to the ground, and a catching just below the elbow. So as she gets the rotation, she's not actually taking her opponent with her. So it's a lot of effort to be putting in with getting very little result from it. And all she's doing is piling on the pressure of Choi, which I suppose tactically is one good thing, because there's 2 Shidos on the board for Cho. Francine with those long legs comes in there, as you can see, for the Osotogari, reaching, just clipping the side of the knee and no more. This time was a little bit better, stumbled her opponent down onto her knees. A Sodi attempt there now, and again driving the head first, not really getting the feet into the correct position to get that much needed leverage and height from the Sodi.
The score during the normal period.
Yeah, it's a busy match, hasn't it? It's been very busy, but very little to show at the end. And Francine has put a lot of effort in here into this contest. The only way it's paid off is what you see is the 2 Shidos, so her opponent looking a little bit passive. But golden score, as we've seen so many times, that really doesn't add up to much unless there's a score on the board or you get the final Shido.
We've had more movement in the last minute or so from Cho than we've had in the whole of the first 3 minutes and the previous 4 in the last contest. Really, she just picked up after having had a really, you know, slow and tentative start.
That's why I sort of get the feeling it could be muscular. Now that the body is warmed up, it's not maybe as painful.
Yeah, I wonder. But I mean, after the competition, we will get a chance to chat with the athletes, and Cho will be one of them. She's in and around the medals anyway.
Osotogari there,
just stepped off that, didn't she?
But it's that commitment. She's in there and no more. She doesn't want to overcommit herself, leaving the back leg, the supporting leg, trailing behind. So when she comes in to drive off the Osotogari, she's overstretching herself too much to make an impact. Francine throws that right arm towards and catches the lapel. From there she ruffles her opponent, but now decides to change midstream of a little bit of movement from Choi, which is a bit dangerous, and as you can see, resulted in her going down into the ground. Joe looking for the lapel. She comes in for the Morotti Sienagi. Francine sidestepped it slightly, but she persevered with it, trying to take her off at a different angle. But there was too much distance to get her the score off that one. Well, Cho is definitely putting enough attacks in there to pacify the referee.
Oh, Chimata left side. Lost contact with the hands.
Yes.
Just the leg there. It wasn't bad leg position,
Yes,
but you didn't have anything coming with it.
No, it seems to be a common factor throughout the day for me. We seem to be mentioning that so many times in quite a few contests, that they were so close and yet the finish just wasn't right. Cho taking or trying desperately to control the left sleeve there of Francine. Well, there we have it. A Wazari there. Whoa. From the counter. Francine, a half-hearted attempt to turning her back.
Turn up for
left herself totally exposed to that counter. And Cho takes the bronze medal. Let's hear. She stepped across, but as you can see, look how her balance was. She put more emphasis on the supporting leg than she did on the attacking leg. Poor judgment at that time, and she'll be bitterly disappointed because she started off in the whole contest right at the beginning so well and so active.
Her second medal this year in the Grand Prix, Shomoki, Republic of Korea. Ladies and gentlemen, you can see the highlights of
just in a bad position there. She was leaning backwards. Weight's in the wrong place here.
Yeah.
This was victory of Chomoki, Republic of Korea.
Right, we come now to the second of the bronze medal contests in the under 63 kilo category. Sharia of Israel faces Sana Vermeer of the Netherlands. It'll be Sharia in the white judogi, Vermeer in blue. The referee in the middle for this one is Bobby Donaldson of the United States of America. Oh no, sorry, it says Robert there, but he likes to hear Bobby.
Bobby, is that what he likes?
Right. From Israel 2018 holds Grand-Prix silver medalist Gili Sharir in blue judogi. 2019 TBC Grand-Prix.
Well, I didn't get to see much of Gili Sharir earlier on today, but I did see Sana Vermeer. You know what you're going to get with Sana Vermeer. She has a plan. This is it. Very little, happens outside of that box. I described her to a colleague earlier on as being workmanlike. She just sets out a stall and off she goes.
She plans out methodically, doesn't she, a whole game plan on this tatami. She doesn't really divert from what she sets out to do, doesn't she? There, as you can see, very, very strong. She's expecting Shari to attack fast, be quite aggressive in her approach in this contest, which we all really expect. And they're a little bit evenly matched, better matched as far as the size is concerned. Normally both these athletes have to contend with competing against athletes that are much more taller than them and longer limbs. Especially when it comes to the Dutch athletes as well that are quite successful in this weight category. Good gripping style, strong control, left hand on the lapel there for Vermeer. Well, Vermeer takes the first Shido. I don't think it'll bother her too much because she really has an idea of what she's trying to do. And the most important thing is securing the grip and closing down and slowing the pace down against Shari.
I think the Dutch coach in the background after the attack by Gilly Shari there. I mean, it was
nearly off the seat.
It was a poor one, but he was saying, really?
Reasonably young athletes, these two, with good junior track records. Vermeer, 21 years of age, and the European Games was a bronze medalist. Great result for her there, and she'll be still riding on a bit of a high for that, because that was a great result, as well as being a junior world and cadet world champion. Oh yes, what a good exchange. She looked for the Ouchigari, she did the Kouchigari and stumbled her opponent there onto the side. She got the Wazari. Now there's a play here for the Niwaza. She's trying desperately to get the Sangaku turnover, trying to get those arms tied up with the legs. She's still working hard, and the referee's giving that extra time there because there is a bit of movement. There's action going. She seems to know what she was trying to do there, but sadly she lost the momentum, and referee calling a halt to that. Well, let's have a look at that scorer, Wazari. Oh, it was a beautiful tewaza, but not sure of the landing at this moment at that angle there. She came in for an Ouchigari. It was a show of an Ouchigari, and the tewaza switched to the complete opposite side, but they've taken away because it was the tip of the shoulder. It was more to the front than it was to the back. Ouchigari again, she attempts the same thing, but beautiful counter this time, and Vermeer takes the lead with the Wazari, and there's no question about that one.
I'm loath to say that she is a strong fighter, because most of the time when we're talking about strong, we're talking about physical strength.
Yes.
In judo, and Sana Vermeer does not, in my opinion, rely on any degree of physical strength to get things done. She has a tempo, she has a movement, she has a body position, she has her, go-to techniques and everything, and then bit by bit she just wears you down. But at no point do I get the impression that, that she is a power player. Like her teammate Kim Polling, for example.
Relies. Well, there's a beautiful transition there into the Niwaza, securing the Osokomi, and I cannot see her opponent getting out of that. Shara.
Tidy, wasn't it? Tidy. Workmanlike.
Yeah, it was. I don't think she really had a look in Shara there, did she? Vermeer, she started off slowly. It was stage by stage. She worked the mat. She worked her opponent. She played a very good plan right out to the end.
She is not in any way flashy. There's a job to be done. There is a degree of, Vermeer, if you like, that she brings to getting that job done. What you see is what you get.
Yeah.
This is her fourth medal in a Grand Prix.
Look at the pictures of her there. Oh, that's intense. Well, she's given herself a good beating. I think she gave herself more of a beating than she got out there on the mat.
Ladies and gentlemen, you can see the highlights of this contest on the screen.
Dragi gledatelji, možete vidjeti najbolje momente borbe za treće mjesto do 63 kilograma.
Well, we come now to the final of the under 63 kilo category. Tina Trsteniak of Slovenia faces Nabekura Nami of Japan. It'll be Trsteniak in the white judogi, Nabekura in blue, and the referee in the middle for this one is Raul Camacho of Spain. Here's Loretta.
Well, this is going to be a very interesting match. Tina Trsteniak, no big surprises here today. She's came out here as the #1 seed to do a job, and so far she's done that job very well. She's not been anything different than what we've expected in previous performance. There's no big surprises out there, and I can't see a game plan being changed at all in this final. There will be a few challenges from our opponent. Nabekura, 22 years of age, was a bronze medalist in Paris and World Masters silver medalist. She has a really good, strong track record, has been going back as junior world champion in 2015. So this is not going to be an easy match, but there is a lot of maturity and a lot of success for the Slovenian that will be able to run this match to suit her ability. Now a very aggressive approach there, both trying desperately to get the desired grip, and this is really important for Tina Trsteniak. She needs to slow the pace down. It was a little bit aggressive of a start, but the aggressiveness was really to try and get that grip. She got control, she slowed the pace down, and then, as we would expect, she drops in for that Sianagi, very, very low indeed, and gets the movement but doesn't get the score. But already she starts to dominate the pace in which she wants this contest to go, that will suit her style.
Nabekura is not interested in getting a grip here.
She wants to keep a distance. She really wants to move and open up. And she's very clever with her feet. She doesn't want to play. Well, I wouldn't have thought it was Tina Trsteniak. She came in for a Nippon Sianagi.
She's stepping forward.
There was already actions from Tina Trsteniak. She didn't deserve that Shido.
I like when they make a decision about who is worst. They're both, failing to take a grip, but there's got to be one who's stepping forward and trying to get a grip. In return, when the other person who's going backwards tries to put the hands on, they'll slap them away. Okay, so we know that they're both involved with it. One of them has got to be worse than the other, especially if you've had 2 minutes to have a look at them.
Yeah. Well, I totally agree with you that. So for me, it was a situation. She came in as well. There was one strong attack. Where was that from? It was Tina Trsteniak. Yeah. She came out very aggressive. She was advancing onto her partner. And again, she advances on. She dictates the grip. She dictates the pace. She dictates the time that she throws or tries to throw. Now again, Nabekura should pick up a Shido. She's not really
for
done
me,
anything.
because in between the...
And they don't give anything.
In between the patter cake and now, there hasn't been an attack from Nabekura, but there has from Trsteniak. So that's how the referee can just, tweak the contest a little bit by saying, hey, we're here to fight, and you are playing patter cake. It's a minute 38 left to go. You just go now with the passivity. There hasn't been an attack.
I think there's been so much action. I think Tina Trsteniak is being so busy out there that it's been distracted from the lack of work that the Japanese is doing at this particular moment. Nabekura again just killing the Sianagi.
Just killing it, exactly.
It's killing. She's reacting from an action.
Again, she's escaped.
I just don't understand. And again, she comes in, she goes out. Tina, when she comes in, she advances to throw the arm to look for the attack. Well, looks like there's a few heavy sweeps there. As you can see, Tershiniak a couple of times rubbing the ankle. Got a bit of an exchange to the face there, and
this is beyond me.
I don't understand.
You know, we're now, both fighters are penalised. One fighter has attacked on a couple of occasions, and she's got the two-sheet against her. Okay, let's say that you give them for the patacake. What about the non-combativity of Nabakura?
Nabakura, for me, has been very silent in this.
She's done nothing here.
This match, definitely been a silent partner in this.
She's decided.
Tershiniak has been much more aggressive, much more forceful. Again, that Seoinage, no, it's not the best Seoinage we've seen in the world. But it's an attack, and she's moving.
That we know Nabakura is only interested in killing immediately, you know?
Well, for me, this has started to become a little bit frustrating. Nabakura again defending the grips. There you have Tershiniak takes the lapel, throws the arm,
what else can she
tries
do?
to engage.
She's only interested in slapping the hands away and keeping Tershiniak from getting a grip.
Again, it was an attempt of a throw from Tershiniak.
They're nowhere near the best or threatening of attacks, but they are the only attacks that are happening.
It's the only thing that we've seen that's been coming from there as far as an attempt. There we have it again, attack after attack, and surely that's got to give the right message to the referee. There was 3 attacks there, one after the other. Not one comeback from Nabakura. Again, she comes in, cross grips, and that was, no, surely not.
No.
She's not going to try and steal that. But no, she doesn't. And I think that's a good call. Who landed first?
Well,
I don't know whether it's a score as yet, though.
I don't think that's a score for Tershiniak, because she would,
she went back on
Nabakura would have to have both hands going behind.
And she didn't, yeah.
To break the fall. Well, there's one, and one, that's it.
Yeah,
you can give that.
Yeah, 1 and 1.
Yeah. One to the other, that'll do.
Yep.
Okay, so have they got
I
to be at the same time?
suppose they had to be at the same time.
Right. Well, okay.
Most probably at the same time.
Cancel the score and just give the passivity.
Exactly. Give the passivity.
We're
Give the hand
46 seconds
Sokimaki.
into golden score now without an attack from Nabakura.
Not one.
And far less what happened in normal time. Nothing in normal time. 46 seconds into golden score. We had nothing from Nabakura. Got nothing against her except that we'd like to see a fight, and we're not.
I think there should never be 2 Shidos apiece. Definitely shouldn't be 2 Shidos apiece.
But even if we say that there was the avoidance of a grip and this, okay, let's give them that. But there would have been the passivity.
Let's have a look at it again. Well, oh gosh. Well, what they're going to... Well...
Direct attack? Okay. We'll have to see that again, because there's slightly technical. Let's have a look. Right, so Nabakura gets penalised for a direct bear hug, they call it. I missed that one.
No, so did I. But the right person, I believe, won that gold medal here today. A frustrating way to win it, though, but...
Gold medal number 7.
Yeah, that wasn't quite the final that we signed up for. Oh yeah, she does not have a grip. when she attacks Turstinet here. Both arms go round.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
The left arm you can't see. You see the right arm from here, but the other angle showed you both arms, and we're going to get that anyway because we've got such good cameramen. So we will get that. There you go.
Yeah, yeah.
Right round. Lovely shot. Thank you so much. the one highlight of the contest was the bear hug for the Shido. Sometimes that happens.
Yeah.
That's just unfortunate, the way that one worked out. Two high-quality fighters who nullified everything that the other was trying to do. There you go. Okay, Tina Turstiniak, gold medal winner in the under 63 kilo category. So we come to the under 73 kilo category for men, and the first of the bronze medal contests features Tatsukawa Arata of Japan. He's up against Denis Iyatsev of Russia. It's Tatsukawa in the white judogi, Iyatsev in blue. Referee in the middle for this one is Hesham Mesbah of Egypt. He's a very good referee in the bottom left-hand corner of your screen there. He's working as our cameraman. He's retired from international judo and doing a nice job for us on the camera.
Well, Tatsukawa will have the advantage in this one. He knows that he's defeated his opponent already once. But both athletes very, very strong, good pedigree. One that little bit more mature than the other. Arsiev has the experience and the depth of judo on the world tour. Tatsukawa, 21 years of age. In Osaka, Grand Slam, a bronze medalist, gold medalist in Tokyo in 2017 Grand Slam. Straight away, Atsiev takes the sleeve grips, uses his feet, spins on that movement, drawing his opponent down to the ground. Not a very positive start from the Russian. Tatsukawa still staying very composed. Doesn't seem to be too flustered at the moment. He's the desired grip, that lapel. He's got one hand on now and he's drawing in, but both of them are battling for that sleeve grip, that finishing grip.
Hesham Mesbah's seen enough. There you go.
Well,
that's what you get.
Up, that's it. Both
seen enough.
up.
You're here to compete. Let's see some action.
Well, Shido apiece, we're now coming up. We're into the second minute of contest.
Is it something about the name Denis that makes big throwers? Denis Vieira, beautiful thrower, the Moldovan from yesterday. Denis Iyatsev, almost caught there.
Chigari there, just fell to the wrong side.
Anastasia Konkina in the middle of the shot, and Elena Prokopenko just to her left. They've had their days. Konkina yesterday and Prokopenko earlier on today. Was she there or thereabouts, or what happened to her?
She started off well and then just... Oh, great as she was there. Iyatsev did extremely well to spin out of that.
Lost out to Kalita Zupancic of Canada. That was her downfall. Half the contest gone. Iyatsev needs to get his head up here. Tatsukawa's got a nice strong grip on that lapel, and he's just mindful of that.
Iyatsev is really desperate to get in deeper there. He wants to get round the waist. He's drawing in on that hip first. He's got the controlling lapel. He comes in deep onto the belt. Good defences there from Tatsukawa.
Yesterday's gold medal winner in the middle there. Sonoda Natsumi. Had the pleasure of interviewing her this morning as well. It was all bubbly and happy. Said she'd been troubled by contact lens problems yesterday.
Oh,
Yartsev,
yes,
found a
that's
way.
it. Clever little move there from the Russian.
I'm not even going to try to identify that, was
No,
I?
it was a little bit, it was all over the shop there. I don't think it's what he set out to do, but he'll take anything at this stage with 1 minute to go. Came round the back and he literally lifted him over his back there.
Yeah, okay, we'll just go with the Teiwaza.
It was more of a Teiwaza because it was like an Uranagi, a very, very
Oh,
low.
he's got him this time.
Oh, nicely done. But this time, Ippon.
Like, I know you like to use that term, and it is a nice term, the spatial awareness, the movement.
Yes.
He was going to... He made room to put him in that
Yes.
space where he wanted him to go. And the body movement from Tatsukawa allowed that to happen.
He's got
That wasn't a
great,
power throw,
no,
was it?
No,
That was
Yartsev,
touch.
he's got beautiful, he's got timing,
Yeah.
and he's got a real pure feel of judo. His body just reacts nicely. He knows what, he could go through stage 1, 2, and then he waits. He knows the possibilities of the different reactions from his opponent.
Completely different from the first one, which
Clever,
is a
very
sort of
clever.
Dustman-like pull.
Yeah, it was just a,
and
he was
dump
in
him
an
over.
awkward sort of positioning, so he literally wanted to just throw him away. Came round the back, and here you have it. You just dumped him
Bundled
over
him
the back.
over, yeah. Great. So,
And
so
came
you're
right
on the
up
board,
on top.
yeah.
So he was still working towards the Niwaza on that one.
And that's another angle from the first one. Okay. However, the second
one was
technique was genuinely nice.
Ochigari, but what a change of direction. It looked as if he actually fed him the leg.
Yeah, because when this
He fed
technique
it to him.
starts,
Look.
this space doesn't exist.
He fed him it. He's a
Yeah.
clever wee thing.
Look at his right foot,
Yes.
how he pulls that back, making the space appear into which Tatsukawa falls.
The right leg,
Yeah.
he teased.
Yeah,
Katsuo. He teased him with it.
yeah, absolutely. Good reaction.
That was definitely a setup on that technique. He was ready, he was waiting, he had the upper body control, he fed him the leg, he took the bait, and he was able to finish it. Look at that.
Tatsukawa goes over. Denis Yartsev takes the first of the bronze medals in the under 73 kilo category. We've got a second bronze medal contest coming up now, and there's another chance for a Russian to pick up a medal here. Musa Magushkov goes up against Artem Homula of the Ukraine. It'll be Homula in the white judogi, Magushkov in blue. The referee in the middle for this one is Roland Poiger of Austria. Loretta.
Well, Komala, he took a bronze medal in Tel Aviv at the beginning of the year, but Magushkov, he's one of my favourites, 2 times world bronze medalist. He's been there for a long time, hasn't he? He always seems to be thereabouts in the medals, and he's always a real contender. Nice judo. Generally, even off the mat, he's a nice man.
In blue, representing Russia, 3 times Grand Slam and 3 times Grand Prix winner, Musa Magushkov.
Magushkov hails from Ingushetia, father of 5.
I know,
Yeah,
all girls
yeah.
or something, isn't
He's
it?
just had a boy.
He's just had a
It
boy.
was 4 girls and that was a boy. And I said to him, "Is that it then?" He said, "No."
No.
It's a big family.
Great.
Uchimata almost turned.
Oh,
Ooh.
nicely
Well, he may
done.
because
Good
he
counter.
didn't stop, did he?
No, good counter there. Makushkov there with the Ashiwaza. Kosota it looked like from this angle, but it was a good start, a gutsy start from the Ukraine. He came in for that Uchimata, but as you can see, he's got that sleeve grip, but he's got it and no more. It was been able to control it back in, to be able to counter that. So a mistake by the Ukraine. The foot position, the Uchimata was just nicely placed. Just the upper body control was just not there. Both on the lapel grips there, you can see a nice change of direction there.
Tried to give him a little twitch, didn't he?
Yeah, try to fall.
I'll leave that for Yartsev.
Yeah, it's
He's the master.
He'll show him how to do it correctly.
On the circuit at the moment, Denis Yartsev is the master of that twitch.
Yeah.
Chris Bowles was very adept at that, and he may be here tomorrow. We might have a chat with him.
Chris Bowles?
Tomorrow, yeah. He's coming out for one of the...
Oh, that's nice.
Chat with him. Wazari on the board for Magushkov. You've got a little over 2.5 minutes.
Still a long way to go. There's still a long way to go.
Plenty of time left on the clock.
Again. Ukraine with that lapel grip. Drawing her head down, but gets caught with a kochigari. Tries, as he's stumbling backwards, tries to change it. This Temiwaza, but Magushkov was all over it. Kept persevering with it, drove back and got the Wazari.
I know some people won't be too happy with that because of the length of time it took to put Homola on his back. Magushkov never stopped.
No, there was a continuous movement.
In blue representing Russia.
Yeah, and the only reason that Homola went on his back was because Magushkov put him there. It took a little bit longer than usual. Musa Magushkov follows Denis Yartsev in the bronze medal winning stakes. They will be side by side on the podium in a few minutes' time. But first of all, let's have a look at the highlights, and then we'll be back with the final.
Oh, here's some of those highlights.
Ladies and gentlemen, the highlights of this contest on the screen.
Možete vidjeti glavne momente finalne borbe na glavnom ekranu.
Yeah, it's untidy at the end, but you can see that there's the Uchimata. The left leg goes around the back in some kind of hooking motion. He misses it, and all that's left are the hands. We knew that we didn't like it as an identifiable waza. However, Homola was on his back for only one reason.
On that first exchange, Homola came in with the Uchimata.
Yeah.
But what I noticed on the attack, he attacked him from the back and from the inside out, trapping the knee, locking the knee as he took him over.
You mean Magushkov?
Magushkov did, to get that score. See, in that position it was, but on the standing position, the left leg went inside out, not outside in. It was hooked in and then he started to drive, but it actually locked the leg. He locked the knee in that position.
This was the victory of Musa Magushkov.
Interesting.
We may have another look at that later, although I don't think I saw anything that was, stoppable or untoward.
No, it was very quickly done, and then it ended up being manoeuvred around that it didn't look too bad, but it'll be interesting to have a look at that again. I would like to see that one.
We come now to the final of the under 73 kilo category. After Margelidon of Canada faces Toha Butbol of Israel. It's Margelidon in the white judogi, Butbol in blue, and the referee in the middle for this one is Veli-Matti Karinkanta of Finland.
Well, Margelidon came in as the #1 seed, and he's not really disappointed us at all. His performance is quite a solid performance throughout, and defeated some strong opposition to get to this final.
Veli-Matti Karinkanta from Finland. In the white judogi from Canada, 2017 Tokyo Grand Slam winner Artur Margelidon. In blue judogi from Israel, 2019 Baku Grand Slam winner Tohar Butbul.
Well, football this year, we've got 5th place just recently in the European Games, but at the beginning of the year started off really well in Tel Aviv, where he took a bronze medal and went on to Baku for a silver medal. So 2 strong results from him. Margelidon, a very consistent athlete throughout the World Tour. Just recently a 5th place in Montreal, but started off with the Pan American silver medalist this year, and in Hooihot was bronze medalist. Koichi. Looked like Butbol was waiting for that, anticipated it very well and blocked it. Doesn't want to really follow through into the Niwaza just as yet. A little bit more time in the Tachiwaza as we venture into over the first minute has gone now in this final. Butbol, as you can see, with that right hand on the lapel, controlling very nicely, a very solid performer, very strong posture. Uses his feet to try and break up his opponent's balance, comes over there for the Kosot and tucks underneath. Now follows through into the Niwaza. Needs to tie up the head if he's going to do anything down in the Grand. As you can see, the legs very heavily wrapped up there. Margelidon holding on, defending nicely there, doesn't look to be under any pressure at this particular moment, but Butbol working extremely hard, punishing his opponent, if anything, making him feel threatened and making him feel very uncomfortable.
Wants to get the right leg across. It's trapped at the moment and he can't free it, so the referee call matter. There's a minute 50 odd left to go, and Margelidon just indicating to the referee that there may have been a little bit of, hand across the mouth involved. Although Velimati Kanakanta was standing right above them and looking at it.
That's it.
And from time to time, you are going to miss, and catch a lip or something. That just happens, isn't it?
Well, Margelidon there trying desperately to get a little bit of control. Works from the sleeves, but you can see he's struggling to get 2 hands on him. Steps across, leaving himself a little bit vulnerable. As you can see, that left hand is tucked under the arm. He comes in for the Tomonagi. Tries to get the leverage on it, but Ball breaks down the technique and follows once more into the groundwork. Margelidon coming across. Looking for the big Ogoruma. Controls that shoulder quite nicely now. He's got very, very strong kumikata. He's looking to have that sleeve, but sadly not for too long. 44 seconds remaining in this contest. To the last minute. Still no score, but Siotoshi beautifully done, and what timing! 34 seconds remaining. Well, that's a time that makes it very difficult to come back from, and as you can see, Butbol just keeping him down there for a few extra seconds until he decides he wants to get back up. Margelidon really has some work to do, but it's going to be difficult. It was a close shot, wasn't it?
There are bigger names in the Israeli team.
Yes.
Butbol, I know you like that term as well, just under the radar.
Yes.
Ooh. Lucky that you didn't go through with that.
Yeah. Well, he definitely, it was a good win, and he just stole it in the last 40 seconds of that contest.
Gold medal for Taha Butbul. I'm pleased for him, actually.
I am. He is definitely one of these athletes in the team.
Well, they always talk about, you know, Sagi Muki or
Exactly.
Sasson, Lee Kochman. You know, there are a few there, aren't they? You know,
Yes.
Shmailov
You're so right,
and
yeah.
the rest of them. Yeah. Good for him.
Tahar Butbul has just won his first gold medal in a Grand Prix.
First
And
gold
Artur
medal.
Marghelidon will receive the silver medal.
Ovo je bila prva zlatna medalja na Grand Prix za Tahara Butbula iz Izraela.
Ladies and gentlemen, you can see the highlights of
Siatoshi,
the speed.
beautifully done. He really overstretched on that one. Very, very powerful.
Borbe na glavnom ekranu.
I think we're ready with the awarding ceremony for the women in the under 63 kilo category now.
63 kilogram.
Dobrodošli na ceremoniju proglašenja pobjednica u kategoriji do 63
There are the
kilograma.
medal winners with the VIP presenters.
Minister of Foreign and European Affairs of the Republic of Croatia.
Medalje će dodijeliti ministar vanjskih i europskih poslova Gordan Grlić Radman.
Bronze medalists are representing the Netherlands.
The first of the bronze medals goes to Sana Femir of the Netherlands.
And representing Republic of Korea, Cho
There's a bronze
Mok-hee.
medal also for Cho Mok-hee of the Republic of Korea. Silver medal goes to Nabekura Nami
Silver medalist
of
representing
Japan.
Nabekura Nami.
Make sure you get the right one, Chief. Well, the gold medal goes to Tina Trstenjak
And gold
of
medalist
Slovenia.
representing Slovenia, Tina Trstenjak.
Tina Trstenjak in that gold medal match won a lot of points for me because of her dogged determination to stick to her plan. Nabekura Nami actually lost some points there for me for her unwillingness to engage in a judo contest. She just didn't want to do that. She said, "You are not going to get your hands on me, and I'm not that bothered that if I don't get mine on you, but you're not getting what you want." And she really closed the whole thing down. Really made it an unattractive battle.
I think what was good for Tina Trstenjak, although there was a lot of what we thought negativity in
Ladies and
there, she
gentlemen,
managed to
please
cope
all
with it and
rise
deal
for
with
the
it.
national
And she'll
anthem
get that all
of
the time.
Slovenia.
Himna Slovenije.
And now the national anthem of Slovenia.
Thank you very much. Now,
Toshiro Miku, by the way, the Japanese #1, has a completely different fighting style from Nabukura Nami, and it's a much more attractive and easier on the eye style. That would have made for a better final with Tersteniak. Just feel that Nabukura had already decided.
I think Namakura thought she was the underdog, and she just maybe didn't think she had a shout in it other than just try and steal it rather than win it.
Vermeer and Cho were the bronze medalists. Nabukura took the silver. It was Tersteniak to take the gold medal. Okay, we've got the next of the weight categories coming up now. The under 70 kilo category. Big hug and a smile there from Tersteniak. It's always easy when you've got the gold medal around you there, I suppose.
Good job done.
Medina Taimazova of Russia faces Sanne van Dijken of the Netherlands. Taimazova in the white judogi, Van Dijken in blue. The referee in the middle for this one is Hyun Suk-hee of the Republic of Korea.
referee from Republic of Korea, this is Hyun Suk-hee. Now, please welcome
Good referee.
Judoka in white judogi representing Russia. Fighting for the first time for bronze in the Grand Prix, Medina Taimazova.
Taimazova, for me, she's very young, and she's well, I say very young. She's 20 years of age, but junior European champion, cadet European champion back in 2017 and 16. So someone is definitely knocking on the door to get up on that podium and give them what for. Will it be today? Not if Sanne van Dijken has got anything to do with it. 24, a little bit older than her opponent, 24 years of age. European Games this year, silver medalist, but started off really well. She's had an impressive lineup of results today, and very focused athlete, and takes full advantage. You can see very tall, long-limbed. Around the back there, controlling that shoulder quite nicely. And already just on the start you can see a beautiful, a sort of a maturity, but that's the danger.
Yeah.
Taimazova there was just waiting. She was waiting. She didn't look like she knew what was going to come next, but her natural instinct was to just react and get out of trouble.
It's funny that you said that, I was thinking exactly that as they were shaping up. I thought, oh my goodness, you can see so clearly who the junior is here.
Yes.
The whole shape that she took up and everything, just like Sanne van Dijken was almost cat-like, just waiting for the moment to spring.
Waiting for the pounce, wasn't she?
Taimazova was that little bit quicker, who threw in the Yoko Sotemi-waza. She was
just
the one
going
who
with,
surprised things.
She's going with the flow, isn't she?
Yeah.
She's got no expectations coming out for this bronze medal. She knows she's going to have a tough match. It's one of these situations, got everything to gain and nothing to lose. Sanne van Dijken is just, she's playing on the side of cautiousness here. She's already had a couple of times now that she's been on the receiving end of Taimazova. And there's no aggressiveness with her. It is a junior-like performance from Taimazova, other than that she's capable of throwing, and she reacts so quickly. But she's not really setting up anything at this particular moment. Sanne van Dijken, she's trying to set it up. By the time she's set it up, she's getting a reaction from the Russian. The Russian is like, well, I don't like this, I'm going to put something in now. And react. Might not be good, but at least it's better than getting thrown.
There's a teammate in this weight category sitting up in the stands, Elena Prokopenko. He's the one in the driving seat in this weight category. Taimazova just beginning to make her way.
Now there's the danger. Taimazova there, as you can see, with that right hand on the shoulder. She draws down on that sleeve as well. Look how powerful she is. But she draws her whole weight on to those arms of Van Dijk. Well, at this moment, Sanne van Dijk's most probably thinking, now what am I going to have to do next? The game plan's not worked. I've not been able to manipulate this. I've not been able to show the maturity and the experience that I have. I've got to do now something different. She's in real deep thought here. 2 Shidos to 1. Does she go down the line of a tactical ploy now?
Better go down the line of doing a gi up for herself. Just been told by the referee to tidy her gi up, so next time she'll pay a bigger price, I'm afraid.
Well, she's desperately trying to put on a few attacks there, but Sanne van Dijk really isn't. I think she's playing a 50-50 here. If there's going to be any penalty, it'll be both. Both neither doing anything. And cross grip comes round the back. Whoa, nicely done. And she had a good control on that shoulder. Yeah. And nice switch there. Oh, she's not caring about the Osakomi. I think that just takes the pressure off her a little bit now, and she can relax. Pulls her back, looking for the transition in Niwaza. Now I think we'll see a little bit more a relaxed Van Dijk here. It takes the pressure off of getting a score on the board. She knows her opponent's already got 2 Shidos, and I think we'll see a little bit more. She'll finish this off completely now, because Tanasova will start rushing at her. She'll be desperate to try and come back now, unless she does something really exceptional. I think the experience of Sanne van Dijk will be enough to maintain that lead. Sanne van Dijk looking for the arm lock. 18 seconds remaining.
She hasn't tidied herself up. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Yeah. I said that was coming, you know, because she just not switched on.
And she's looking a bit bewildered there. She's not sure why she's got that third and final Shido. It really is lost in translation for her there.
She's
still looking to say, what have I done wrong?
Bronze medalist for women under 70 kilograms.
She looks like a scolded child there. She's sort of petted lip as if to say, what did I do wrong? I never did anything.
But it wasn't as though she hadn't been warned before, and it wasn't as though we hadn't spotted it and actually spoken about it. Say, hey, you know, she's going to have to tidy herself up here. Because every time she went back to the start point, Hyun Suk Hee just gave her an eye and said, look, you know, tidy your gi up. And she got away with it. But at some point, the referee has to stop giving her the heads up and say, you need to tidy your gi up. If your gi is not tidied up, tucked in with a tight belt, your opponent is at a disadvantage.
Yes.
Sanne van Dijk waited for Taimazova to come off and just, you know, consoling arm, you know, sorry, I didn't want to win that way. I thought it was a nice touch. She didn't have to. She could have just gone off. But she waited for her because she didn't want to win that way. That's the rule, however. Your opponent is at a disadvantage when your jacket is all over the place. You know, much better to have it tucked in nice and tight. Both fighters have got a chance for gripping and using a wider range of techniques.
What's nice, though, there was a score on the board there,
and there was probably another one coming.
Yeah, I thought so. Oops. Definitely an oops moment. Nice, nice. As she came round the back, though, she had that shoulder. It was like she was cupping the shoulder blade.
This was the victory of Sanne van Dijk, the Netherlands.
We've got a second bronze medal contest coming up now. Kalita Zupancic of Canada faces Michaela Polaris of Austria. It's Zupancic in the white judogi, Polaris in blue. Referee in the middle for this one is Vladimir Nutsubidze of Georgia.
Well, it wasn't obviously a day for Polias that she would expect. I think being the #1 seed coming in there, she did have the advantage, didn't she? But it was short-lived having the upper hand of the day. And here has to still battle, still no closer of being on that podium.
She got a bit roughed up by Kim Polling, I think.
Definitely. It was a match and a half, that. Zupancic, again, another good performance throughout the day. We saw her in Budapest, where she picked up the bronze medal, and that was a great weekend for her there. And she's grown from there. Montreal, she was a silver medalist, and she's now starting to pick up these medals. And becoming the better athlete for it as well. The Canadians have been very, very strong, haven't they? They've been really building up momentum towards this World Championships. They seem to be really on target for form. Zupancic. Well, she left herself a little bit vulnerable there with Polias. Came over the top, attacked, but it was a very, very soft attack. Zupancic really underestimated that first opening attack. And now she plays a bit of a chasing game with this one. Sabrina Filmers are there watching on attentively. A teammate. Canadian now high collar, then switches. She's a little bit unsure of which the strongest position is for her, whether it's the high collar or coming under or over that defensive arm, as you can see, trying to just cross, looking for the Uchimata, but switched, and the Uchimata then comes from Polias. Awazari Aseti upon. Well, she really made light work of that one, didn't she?
What I like about some fighters, you know, there's no big jumping around and celebrating. Sanne van Dijk are waiting for an opponent to come over, commiserations.
Nice, isn't it?
Michaela Polaris looking over her shoulder, not getting up to her feet until she's, you know, looked at Zupancic, and then looking over her shoulder, she walked back to the start point. But Zupancic has got a bit of a shoulder injury, I think, or maybe shoulder blade.
Yeah, I think that happened. I don't know whether it's an old injury or whether it was the first exchange that she got that little bit of a niggle. There's the first one, a little bit. Well, she came in for the Uchimata. The biggest mistake she made was that she let go of the upper body control. She only had one hand on, left herself very vulnerable, and she landed just on the tip of her shoulder there. And most probably that was where it was a little bit of the ouch moment. Oh, she put the hand down. Yes,
wrist.
Yes, I saw that. Yep. Ooh, not nice.
She gets the hand down here.
She puts her hand down by, but
just as it goes across, you know, it's a small thing, but you see her holding on to it. That's not the one, is it? Didn't she get? There was another one.
No,
we saw it anyway.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
the first time round, and that was worse. But we don't want to see it again. So yeah, there were two, and it was the first one where you put the hand down.
It's that she's committed herself so much, hasn't she, in that first execution, but then loses confidence. And that's the mistake. She lets go, and no longer does she have any control. Pollier's looking very strong in that contest, wasn't she? Nice result.
Well, we come now to the final of the under 70 kilo category. Kim Polling of the Netherlands faces Gemma Howell of Great Britain. It'll be Polling in the white judogi, Howell in blue. And who have we got in the middle here?
Well,
Jean-Claude Jimby of Gabon. Loretta, sorry.
Well, look, when you look at the statistics, there's not really much between them. But Polling does know that she's got that win over her. Is that the psychological edge that she needs against Howell? Well, if it's only psychological, she'll need more than that against Gemma Howell. Howell took the gold medal in Budapest. Was on top form. She's come back again to show the pedigree she truly is, and has had an exceptional performance here today, defeating some very strong opposition to get to this position in the final of the under 70 kilos.
Grand-Prix this year, Gemma Howell.
Howell was still finishing bowing. Polling was over there already.
Was right in there.
Oh, that's not the best move from Polling, is it?
No, she obviously hasn't been watching very carefully.
You don't get many chances.
You do not go on the ground.
She's got to work like crazy here. There's a chance here. Hook in, yeah. I can't understand Polling.
Well, do you know what? She's a lucky, lucky girl. That's all I can say. She came out. Why they call Mate, I don't know. I really don't know why they called a Mate on that. There was full action. There was nothing wrong in what she was doing there. But once more, Polling comes in for an attempt of a Makakomi, lands on her face, doesn't get that rotation. Howell in a good position, looking for the shimmy wazza, piling the pressure on. Oh, she's a beast down there. There's no doubt about it.
She's going to just try and squeeze it on from there. Yeah, couldn't get the leg. We had the pleasure of interviewing strong girl Sophie Johnson earlier on the left-hand side of the screen.
And Mum just beside her, looking as if she's about to have a heart attack.
I thought Jean-Claude Jimby was going to tell Mum to be quiet for a minute there,
because
the only voice you can hear in the venue.
It's the Mum.
Polling coming forward.
Polling, she's frustrated now. She's allowed herself to be dictated to in the Niwaza, and once more, if you're going to go down there, you make sure it's a big one. And Howell again pounces on her, gets that leg round the arm, but Polling very, very strong in her positioning there and defends very nicely.
I'd like to see what happens at 3 minutes or 3.5 minutes.
Yeah.
Because Gemma is, very strong. You won't have as much strength in defence later on. So
yes, that's right.
It'll be interesting.
And she's got great condition, Howell.
Trying to keep you up, are we?
That's a going. Well,
she had her turn earlier on. Gabriella Willems of Belgium in the middle of that shot. Would love to be in the middle here, I think. Just not to get backed up in this corner here and then get defensive.
Both, she was backing off there.
Yeah.
I think she might pick up a Shido for that. Well, she's lucky there.
We would both have given a Shido.
Yes, yeah.
There's no attack there.
She was just backpedaling all the time, and the arm was over the top. She was in an awkward situation, but Polling once more, what's happening now is Polling is working to the edge of the contest area. She's putting her attacks in at the edge. It's a safety mechanism
I'd
for
recommend
her.
That.
She's trying to stay. If she goes down, she's going to make sure that she's an area that she can try and get out of trouble. But Howell picks up the Shido now. I think Howell will be phased too much by that at this particular moment.
Yeah, Martin Aaron's
Martin
the coach
was
there.
ready to
He
give
knew
that
how
a whistle.
close
It
that-
was very, very close, that one.
The leg had been on the other
Yes.
side.
Yeah.
Could have been flying tonight.
Well, the referee really isn't wanting to be playing down in the Niwaza this much. There's a couple of times that was cut short, I felt.
I think the first one I'd like to go and have a real look at. May do that afterwards. Little over a minute left to go. Single penalty picked up by Gemma Hull.
Hull coming in for the Cianagi. Yes! Oh, that was a close one.
Needed a
And
bit of a
again, she
push.
gets a double stab at it there. Pauline has a think about it. She looked like she was going to do that turnover in the Niwaza, and I think she took second thoughts about whether she should play down there. I don't think she's as confident against Howell in the Niwaza at this
Definitely
particular
not,
moment.
no. Both these fighters, there are 8 Ippons between them today. All Ippons. 4 for Pauling and 4 for Howell in the lead up to this final. Got to go now.
She's got to turn. Yeah. Oh, yes.
Yeah, that's
Now
on the
a
side.
Wazari.
That's a score.
A Wazari for Howell.
And look at the time.
And 31 seconds. And she's going to keep her down
It's
there.
done now.
She's going to work her magic in the Niwaza. She's going to tighten this all up. She's had a sneaky wee look at the scoreboard to see where she is. But my goodness, she's not going to let her out of those legs at all unless that referee thinks otherwise. Well, she is putting that pressure. She's looking busy. And she can see that clock's going to tick away for her to take the second gold medal within a fortnight.
Well, you could see that there was no chance of the arm lock there because but it was really nice the way that she was showing Jean-Claude Jimby. I'm trying, I'm
going to do it.
Right on the bicep. No chance of doing that. But that's the game, isn't it? You know, you show some action and you buy yourself a couple of seconds.
Well, what a win. A second.
Celebrations
Oh,
for Gemma's supporters, including Mum.
yeah, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
Back-to-back Grand Prix gold medal wins.
Yes, within a fortnight she's picked up 2
And
Grand Prix
against-
gold medals.
And against, for me, the most powerful and the most dangerous of the fighters in the weight category today, because we had the number 1 Kim Polling here.
Yes,
Sometimes
that's right.
you get number 2, but today it was the number 1
She was strong.
Kim Polling.
Well, when you look at the lineup that was in there, you had Nayan, you had Ono, Sally Conway, Zupanic,
Congratulations.
Mokbat.
This is
and the list goes on. Some very impressive fighters. And there she is.
Of course, we can go down the route of the Niwaza, but that's history with regard to how strong she is. And we can say now that she's done a few of them on the ground. She's back to her best. And I think sometimes the chances don't come, the opportunities don't come to pull off your favourite standing techniques, or especially if you've got prowess in Niwaza, because people know they're not going to the ground. Kim Polling, she was straight in. The first thing that happened was them in the middle of the tatami. She gave up a really good position, and I really will go and have another look at that to see what the mate was.
The mate was. That could have been all over and done with at that
with the
stage.
first time round.
Yeah. Look at that. Kochigat.
Good drive.
Oh, power.
See, if she doesn't turn to the side, she's going on her back. She had to give that up, and as she realised, turn to the side to try and minimise the effect of that going over.
Ladies and gentlemen, the medal ceremony for men under 73 kilograms.
We've got the men in the
love
under
it.
73 kilo category lining up for the awarding ceremony. We'll have to be careful about cheering too much for Gemma, or they'll think we're biased.
Ambassador, world famous singer and songwriter, Mr. Albano Carisi. Bronze medalists are representing Russia, Musa Mogushkov.
The first of the bronze medals goes to Musa Mogushkov
Representing
of Russia.
Denis Yartsev.
Mogushkov could have told him which one it was. He's won quite a few himself. The second bronze medal goes to Denis Yartsev of Russia.
Silver medalist representing Canada.
Silver medal goes to Arthur Margelidon of Canada.
And gold
And the
medalist
gold medal
representing
goes to
Israel,
Tohar Butbul of Israel.
Prize money and the flowers will be presented by Head of Strategic Marketing Projects Department of the Croatian National Tourist Board.
Novčane nagrade i cvijeće dodijeliti će voditelj strateških projekata Hrvatske turističke zajednice Dubravko Šimenc.
Ladies and gentlemen, please all rise for the national anthem of Israel.
Himna Izraela.
And now the national anthem of Israel.
Thank you very much. Now, family picture with VIPs and best judoka of this category, men under 73 kilo.
Svečano fotografija izvanika i dobitnika odličja u kategoriji do 73 kg.
Your applauses, dear judo guests.
Molimo vas, jedan veliki pljesak za naše osvajače medalja u kategoriji do 73 kg.
Well, there's the winning quartet. Tohar Butbul on top of the podium. We've got one more weight category to bring you. Two more bronze medal contests and the final. And the first of the bronze medal contests features Antoine Valois, no, beg your pardon, let's do it from the top, shall we? Tata Grigolashvili of Georgia is up against Robin Pacek of Sweden. It'll be Grigolashvili in the white judogi, Pacek in blue. The referee in the middle for this one is Vasily Smolin, Jr. of Russia.
Well, there's nothing much that can tear these two apart as far as those statistics are concerned. Grigolashvili has one win over his opponent, and that's about it, really. It's been a head-to-head with these two. They've both performed extremely well throughout the day, and they've had their challenges within this tournament, but this is definitely going to be an exciting match. You see Pacek just coming on to tatami. Grigolashvili there in the white. Well, the first exchange is Grigolashvili straight in there. Turned his back, worked to the edge there. Pacek just stumbling out of the contest area. Pacek there now takes the lead. Well, I think they're going to have a little look at that because I wasn't too convinced myself. The coach, Gary, there was an elbow down, and from there, no, he landed on his elbow. He didn't actually land on the shoulder there. Well, they're going to keep it.
Okay.
Gugalashvili will get that Wazari, although he lost a little bit of control of the... Oh, Shigari, there's a 50-50. Who's going to fall?
And it's
yes!
Pacek who goes over.
And that's Ippon.
Yeah, you
no
run the risk with the
doubt about
Georgian.
it. Oh.
It's not, darling, with the Georgian, it's not 50-50. You get involved with the Georgian, it's
Pacek,
60-40.
when you actually saw him earlier on, he was in those sort of exchanges before, and it has paid off for him.
Not with the
But
Georgian.
not with the Georgian. Oh,
9 times out of 10, I'd say, yeah, it's a 50-50.
Yeah.
But,
Well, there's a hop. He's like a wee child. He's there's a hop, skip, and a jump as he comes off the tatami there. Gugalashvili takes the first bronze medal in the under 81s. Let's see those highlights again. It was short-lived out there. Pacek had his moments, but the smiles are on this Georgian. Comes high over there, coach. He just about rescued it. It looked like he lost a bit of control, but he managed to secure that first Wazari. A little bit controversial on that one, but care system feels that it was strong enough. But there you have, clambering on top of each other. Pacek just couldn't get the leverage he was looking for. The Georgian, he was climbing right over the top of him. The highlights just get better.
Right, we come now to the second of the bronze medal contests in the under 81 kilo category. Lee Sung-soo of the Republic of Korea faces Saeed Molaei of Iran. It's Lee in the white judogi, Molaei in blue. Here's Loretta Cusack-Doll to give us her thoughts on this head-to-head.
I don't know whether I'm going to give this a kiss of death or not, but Molaei definite came in as the #1 seed. He's the world champion. He's there, displaying the gold patch on the red patch on his back, representing world champion. But Lee, strong athlete. He'll not be feared. He looks a little bit intimidated, and Molaei looks like he's just out for business. He wants to get this one over and done with. There's no doubt about it. He's an absolute bear. But he was outfought in the semi-final.
He absolutely destroyed Lee Sung-ho, Lee Sung-soo's teammate earlier on.
Oops, well,
another one who gives him a poking. That's the second time that he's taken a
if you can't throw him, just poke him in the eye. Molaei, that's the problem. He leads with his head, as you can see there. He's very, very low. He's very like cat-like. the head comes in before anything else, and at that right angle, the hand moves forward, it's going to hit you in the face. And I think that's happened so many times. I think it happens at least once or twice in every contest he competes in. And he drops underneath there, looks to try and get under his opponent's balance. Lee gripping up with him. I wouldn't have thought that was the wisest thing, is just sort of battle toe to toe as far as power is concerned. If I was Lee, I would be keeping the space, creating opportunities and working the feet. Looking busy, but as you can see, the jacket's pulled open and Lee is sort of heavily strapped on one shoulder there. Lee once more comes in, head to head, crunching away there. Takes the sleeves. Lee cautiously tries to stand upright. Very, very dangerous when you can see the grips that Malai has. He uses the head, he flips them over, and Lee does so well to get out of that, but now he's working into the Niwazu. He's got an opportunity.
That's the only problem with that technique.
Yeah,
you leave yourself so exposed.
Oh,
and he couldn't pin Antoine Valois-Fortier early on because he had his arm trapped.
Well, as you can see, wrapped his opponent's arm round his neck, which meant that he couldn't maneuver his own body. So, well, I think the longer this match goes, it'll be for the advantage of Lee.
And Baol and Kim Won-jin, a super lightweight. No, they are two lightweights, actually. Two lightweights, not super lightweights, two lightweights.
Malay has that left hand round the back, controls the right side of his opponent. Uses his head to control the movement of Lee's positioning there. Leading with that left.
False attack,
false attack. So Lee will pick up the second Shido. He knows it as well. He's tidying himself up before he gets up, hoping that the referee will forget. No, not a chance.
The Rocavera of
a chance.
Brazil says nope.
No, not on my watch. Again, Malay opts for the sleeve grip, as you can see. Uses that for the sodi, uses it for the spin through. In such a like Kataguruma style. Comes underneath. Now, we spoke about that sort of wrestling style, and that is a little bit of a wrestling style that he uses there.
If he had something from that, so if it fails, it's just weak, and he can come with something else, he may have more success, but he throws everything into it. Mind you, he normally catches them.
Yeah, normally. There's the high collar grip, the sleeve. Head-to-head crunching once more. And I suppose Lee is playing a very tactical game. By being bent in a right-hand position, coming up would just expose himself for the big throw from Malay. But bending over, it means that he has to drop deeper under his opponent, which means it's easier to block it. But it's definitely a tactical ploy on Lee's part, but it's a survival as well. Two Shidos, it just seems to be only a matter of time that either the third and final Shido will be awarded or he'll get caught. Well, there he is. The third and final Shido has been awarded. Malay takes the bronze medal for Iran.
You okay? Yeah. Sorry about that, pal.
And the winner of the bronze medal, Saeed Mollai from Islamic Republic of Iran.
Very respectful finish.
Saeed Mollai has just won his 6th medal in a Grand Prix.
A job done.
Ovo je bila 6. medalja na
Onwards and
Grand-Prix
upwards
za
to
Zagreb,
defend that title in
Valerija
Tokyo.
iz Islamske
That's all he's
Republike
interested in.
Irana.
Dear spectators, you can see the highlights of this bronze medal contest on the screen.
Možete vidjeti glavne momente borbe na centralnom ekranu. Dragi Zagrebe, molimo, ostanite s nama do kraja da ispratimo sve osvajače medalja današnjeg dana. Hvala vam najljepša.
Taking a sleep. Just before the final as well. Probably going to wake up just in time to see Antoine Valois-Fortier of Canada go up against Nagase Takanori of Japan. It'll be Valois-Fortier in the white judogi, Nagase in blue. The referee in the middle for this one is Mathieu Bataille of France.
Well, for me, Valois-Fortier has been, in my opinion, he most probably hasn't been the most dynamic, but he is the man of the match as far as the intelligence that flows through his judo. Against Molay was one of the most interesting, but really well thought through contest that brings him into this final here today.
In blue, representing Japan, 2015 world champion, 2016 Rio de Janeiro Olympic Games bronze medalist, Nagase Takanori.
World champion, Olympic medalist, Valois-Fortier, for me, man of the match in the semi-finals.
Yeah, he downed the big gun.
He did, the
didn't
big
he?
guns, yeah,
Saeed Malay.
definitely. And
I mean, up until that point.
he did it in such a clever way
Yeah,
as well.
yeah, it was.
A very, very clever way. And attempt of a Sutemi was up. Might not be one of the biggest throwers, but he works to the best of his ability. Chigari, the arm comes over the top there. Valois-Fortier trying desperately to come over the top. He's showing that hip there, that right side, exposing it to a very vulnerable Osotogari there, as you can see. Nagase. To me, just get a sort of a feeling that it's a little bit of a warming up process within this contest. He's been very quiet within this first opening minute and a half in the match. Valois-Fortier has dominated a little bit of the pace and also the gripping styles here and how this contest has gone so far. Still nothing to show for it. There's a lot of action, a lot of movement and a lot of control from Canada. But for Japan, he's just playing a bit of a waiting game right now. Nagase just trying to get the desired grip. He hasn't even got two hands on his opponent as we speak. Valois-Fortier has got that sleeve, he's got the high collar, draws down on that sleeve and tries to control the head movement, but not managed to work on both, but definitely got the sleeve, and Nagase is using that elbow to push away on that leg. They're becoming a little bit frustrated now. As you can see, that hand pressed deep onto the hips, and that will be, if he continues to do that, a penalty there. Whoa! Ho, ho, ho! Well, he was warming up to that, wasn't he? Valor Fortier did a lot of work within the opening minutes of that contest. Halfway through, you could see a little bit of a change in Nagase.
Winner and gold medalist for men under 81 kilograms in blue for Japan, Nagase Takanori.
So Nagase takes the gold medal. He took his time on it. He wasn't going to be rushed into playing the same style of contest as what his Canadian opponent was.
Waited for his moment, didn't he?
Yeah, he was just biding his time.
And when it came, he took it really well.
Yes.
Put his man away.
Dear Judo guests, once again we kindly ask you please.
What was also interesting, he didn't actually get flustered at all. He wasn't getting irritated by the fact that he couldn't even at one stage get two hands on his opponent.
Exactly.
Not even one.
This is second gold medal in a Grand Prix. 2015 world champion and Rio Olympic bronze medalist, Nagase Takanori.
It's funny when you hear that stat. It's his second Grand Prix gold medal, but he has won the World Championships.
He has won the World Championships, yeah.
And I suppose he's also got a couple of Grand Slams in there as well.
And also an Olympic medal in there
Asian
as
champion
well.
and whatever. You know.
Well, some interesting judo in that final block.
Silver medal.
Right, I think we've got the awarding ceremony for the women in the under 70 kilo category coming up now. The medals are being presented by the International Judo Federation General Treasurer, Mr. Nasser Al-Tamimi.
General Treasurer of the International Judo Federation, Mr. Nasser Al-Tamimi. Bronze medalists are representing Austria.
And the first of the bronze medals goes to Michaela Polares of Austria. There's a bronze medal also for Sanne van Dijken of the Netherlands. Silver medal goes to Kim Polling of the Netherlands. And the gold medal goes to Gemma Howell of Great Britain. And just on the gold medal winning performance by Gemma Howell, it's a second gold medal winning performance. She won the Grand Prix in Budapest and has backed that up here now in Zagreb. And if by our comments we've spilled over slightly in our enthusiasm for Gemma Howell, we apologise for that. No harm meant to Kim Polling, who we
dearly love. She's
dearly.
a cracking player. And I think we've been on the streaming end and supporting end of Volia many a time.
Ladies and gentlemen, please all rise for the national anthem of Great Britain.
And now the national anthem of Great Britain.
you very much.
I tell you what, the crowd that have stayed in have been really good. Normally they're off fairly quickly, but there's a good number of people that have stayed in. And I know there's a whole group have come up from Dubrovnik. About 50 youngsters have come up there with the Progmet, all this team up. Polaris and Van Dijk were the bronze medal winners. Polling took the silver. It was Howell to win the gold medal. And stay with us because we've got a nice highlights package to show you just before we bring you the last of the awarding ceremony. So take a look at what the team have put together.
Dear spectators, now waiting for the last awarding ceremony. This will be for men under 81 kilograms.
Dragi gledatelji, dok čekamo zadnje proglašenje pobjednika u kategoriji za 81 kg, možete pogledati glavni ekran i današnje najbolje momente.
Before we start the last awarding ceremony for today, once again, you can see the highlights of today's final block on the screen. Dear judo guests, tomorrow will be the last and the third day of Zagreb Grand-Prix 2019 Croatia. So don't forget, tomorrow the preliminaries will start from 11 o'clock in the morning.
Dragi gledatelji, sutra će biti zadnji dan Zagreb Grand-Prix 2019. godine. Napominjemo također da eliminacijske borbe kreću ujutro u 11 sati.
Come now to the awarding ceremony for the men in the under 81 kilo category. And the medals are being presented by the president of the Croatian Judo Federation, Dr. Sanda Chorak.
Will be presented by the member of the IGF Coordination Committee of Directors and president of the Croatian Judo Federation.
Medalje će dodijeliti članica Koordinacijskog komiteta direktora Međunarodne judo federacije i predsjednica Hrvatskog judo saveza.
When it comes to competence and organization and just share, get everything together, Dr. Sanda Chorak. Good example.
Definitely.
The first of the bronze medals goes to Said Molay of Iran. There's a bronze medal also for Tato Grigolashvili of Georgia. Silver medal goes to Anton Valois Forti of Canada. The gold medal goes to Nagase Takanori of Japan.
Prize money and the flowers will be presented by head assistant of the General Secretary of the Croatian Olympic Committee.
Novčane nagrade i cvijeće dodijeliti će pomoćnik glavnog tajnika Hrvatskog olimpijskog odbora Siniša Krajač.
Ladies and gentlemen, please all rise for the national anthem of Japan.
And now the national anthem of Japan.
Thank you very much. Now, family picture with VIPs and best judoka of this category, men under 81 kilograms.
Svečana fotografija uzvanika i dobitnika odličja u
VI
kategoriji
picture with the
81
winning
kg.
quartet. Molay, Grigalashvili, the bronze medal winners. Valver Fortier took the silver, the gold went to Nagase. Let's have a look at the smiles and the handshakes and everything, and the, you know, body position on the podium, because it's still full of testosterone up there, isn't it? There's some tough guys there.
Some very, very tough guys.
Handshakes all round? Yeah, they're off. Nagase is looking for the interview position. Thanks very much for your company. Look forward to you joining us again tomorrow for the third and final day of competition. Japan topped the medal table with 2. Canada, Great Britain, Uzbekistan, Israel, Kazakhstan, Spain and Slovenia also added a gold medal. But from Loretta Kusat-Dol and myself, it's bye-bye for now.
Goodbye.